So when you get vaccinated, right, you still have to wear a mask. Why is that?
It's not immediate.
No, obviously it's not immediate, but after a week or two, you should be able to not have to wear a mask.
No.
Technically, then
I
you're.
thought you meant like when you go to get. Okay.
No,
I'm not a doctor, so I can't tell you why.
So from what I've read into this, because I've actually been reading quite a bit into the whole kind of vaccination effect, if that's a sort of term you want to go for it. So it's like any sort of vaccination. It's not a it's not a vaccination against your ability to transmit a disease, or something. It's a vaccination for your body to fight your infection against it.
Yeah.
So, for instance, the COVID vaccine isn't a case of you get vaccinated, you get your double dose, single dose, depending on what one you get, AstraZeneca or the Oxford, that sort of thing. Yeah. Single dose, double dose. It's to protect you as a person.
Yeah,
you can still
carry it, and
you can still carry it, not suffer from it, but you can still transmit it.
Yeah,
I'm curious.
That rolls on to the fact that regardless of whether or not so say for instance, I'll take Scotland as an example. We've vaccinated about, I think, 2.1 million of a 6.5 million population. Obviously, we're kind of a very rural country in some places. Even if we get the 6 whatever it is million vaccinated, will we then be allowed to be demasked and socialize as what we used to call normal, or will there be a new normal?
Thanks for that follow, Surefoot.
What's that?
Surefoot, thanks for that follow.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, sorry.
Welcome.
Sorry, I missed that.
You're good. Keep going.
Or would it be like the fact that we would then become like some of the Far East countries where you wear a mask day to day as a kind of a normal thing, not because you want to stop yourself transmitting COVID. Well, that would be one of the causes, but it becomes a norm where even though you're vaccinated, you wear a mask out in public until you've got into a situation where you don't have to mask anymore.
Yeah.
I think that will become the new norm. There's going to be a lot of people wearing masks.
We'll see what Gibraltar has to offer after this, because they're the first ones to be completely vaccinated, and we'll see if they catch or transmit or something like that, because they're talking about a second wave, a different.
Yeah.
Well, they're talking about a third wave coming through Europe.
The variant. Yeah.
We just got put back on. We haven't come out of lockdown, and we're back again.
Listen to the radio. It was Germany, Spain, Italy, and maybe France are talking about a third wave coming in certain lockdowns.
Apparently, our shit got hit hard.
But you're talking about sort of masks then, and when's the point after your vaccination and that sort of thing? Do you demask? I was watching a post today on Facebook, and it was so Texas has just dropped. I think don't know when the post was from. The video was from, but the day before the video was obviously captured, that's when Texas dropped their mask mandate.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to wear a mask anymore.
Yeah.
And this woman went into a bank without a mask on, and the bank tellers called the police. Police came, asked her to leave. Fair enough, she was a bit of a fucking idiot. You know what I mean? I don't have to wear a mask anymore, but common sense would dictate if the people in the bank are asking you to leave.
That's not common anymore.
No.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Yeah. But if I was in a bank after it's just a mask mandate had dropped yesterday in Scotland, and I was in a bank, and the bank tellers asked me to leave because I wasn't wearing a mask, I'd probably be like, "Okay, fair enough, I'll leave." She didn't. Whatever. Please come in. And they arrested her for not wearing a mask, even though she was like, "I don't have to wear a mask. It's not mandated." But then, does that become the private company's policy where they can dictate to the person that enters their premises that you have to wear a mask?
And where does it go from there?
Where does it go from there?
And how are you going to let? How are those companies going to let everybody know? Because not everybody's going to go online and be like, "Oh, let me check if this guy let me wear a mask or not."
The front door. And I honestly think that, like what Rob was saying, the new norm will be we will probably have to wear masks in public.
It's impossible for this not to come out with more people wearing masks.
I mean, when you're in the States, right, it says no shirt, no shoes, no service. And nobody complained about it back then either.
No problem.
No shoes, and they told you to leave. You know, but obviously, the whole thing for me is, okay, all these people in Gibraltar, all of them got vaccinated. Every single one of them. Not one person's not vaccinated there, right? But they still face new threats through they face the threat of new virus variants. Being vaccinated is absolutely no carte blanche to then behave without any restrictions.
Take it's carte blanche.
Leave him alone.
Damn, American, right? Carte blanche. Come on.
Carte blanche.
Carte blanche.
Come on. You said it wrong as well.
That ain't carte blanche with me, buddy. I'll tell you that right now.
Gibraltar was a kind of a weird example.
But my thing is everybody's gotten vaccinated there. So what's this whole get vaccinated, everything will change once you get vaccinated? That's bullshit. Then
yeah, but it's changed for a while. Man.
I'm saying Gibraltar's a weird kind of example to set. Yes, they might be all vaccinated, but Gibraltar's probably, I'm sure Whiskey Mug can clarify.
Like
where the fuck?
But he can probably clarify. It's probably like, I don't know, fucking 10 miles square or something. It's not very big.
It's not very big.
And it's got a land border with Spain, which obviously is continental Europe, which people can freely go back and forth with a European passport at the minute, even though it's technically out of the EU because But I get what they're saying in a bit, because anyone can cross the border with the fucking Martian variant of COVID, whatever we want to call them nowadays. And at this stage of the game, we still don't know how a variant affects a vaccine. Mm-hmm. I still think, regardless of where we are with how lockdown eases, you're still going to have probably 5 years of tentative steps in the way of how you deal with a reaction to a variant. That's why, like, Rob's point is massively what I think. I think we're still going to be wearing masks in Tesco's 2 years down the line.
Shopping and whatnot. The thing
which
is,
it doesn't bother me, to be fair. It doesn't, you know what I mean? It doesn't really bother me.
It's a small kind of thing to do. It makes people feel comfortable. Like,
it's massively situational, because if you think about it, so if you open up the pubs to the normal status, are you going to have 50 people in the pub wearing a mask standing up?
Yeah, of course. That's not going to happen. Especially after a few beers, people are going to start getting a bit.
So where's the point of kind of where's the point of crossing where you have to wear a mask in Tesco's, but if there's 50s in a pub at 11 o'clock on a Friday night, you don't have to wear a mask?
I think we moving forward, I do think, as you guys have both said, we are going to have to start we are going to have to wear masks for a while after this. Maybe for
I think it comes down to a lot of.
Also, we've got to remember as well. Like, I know this fucking past year has been long as shit, and this past year has felt like a lifetime because of the circumstances and situations the situation we've all been living in, like, throughout the world. But one thing that you need to remember, like, a year for a pandemic is fucking nothing. It honestly, and in the history of our fucking planet, it's just such a tiny, minute amount of time. And to add to that, there's also the fact that, like, a year for science to figure shit out is not enough time. It really isn't enough time.
Nowhere near enough time.
I think we need a bit of, like, I know it has been fucking hard, and I've hated every fucking day over this past year has been horrible, man, because I haven't been able to go out and gig. I haven't been able to go and see live music, which is my fucking passion, the thing I love to do. And it's fucking destroyed that. But
I thought them guitars were for sure.
I don't actually play on it. I play the triangle, but
triangle. Yep, love it.
But, like, it's a small fucking price to pay popping on a mask. If someone asks you to, then just, like, there's no one's taking away your fucking freedom. No one's, like, hurting you. No. Just do it, man. It makes people's lives.
If anything, the majority of us look better with a mask. I mean,
whoa, I agree. Mate. No one see this.
No, I've been working on this.
And nobody.
That's
true. Can I get?
I don't grow this for others. I don't grow this for others. I grow this for me.
I want to mask with
others. If people don't have to look at my nasty grill, then
I'll be honest. A mask really impedes on Dan's ability to get children into his van with that mustache. So
I've told him for like 3 weeks now. That man needs to get some wax on that mustache.
Not when I'm wearing my PT shorts. It doesn't.
It's just the angle. It's the angle of the camera that gives me the long nose. That's all I'm saying. I do agree with Six Nations' previous comment. It's like a year and a half ago, it would have been, the weirdo kind of what's he doing with a mask on. But I think like I hope it's not the same. But like when my children are older, I honestly think it's going to be the norm. I really do.
It might be.
The mask will be the norm from now on.
When I used to work events, like before COVID, so in 2019, was it 2019? Yeah, 2019, when I did EGX.
I don't know. Hey, when did I do it?
Yeah.
The years are blending.
Yeah, man, you're really going.
It has been a fucking quick couple of years of nothing.
When I did EGX in London, huge fucking gaming event. I mean, it's fucking massive. Goes on for a week. A lot of game devs and stuff like that come over from Asia, and they all wear masks. And that was before. That was
the norm for them.
So, if like a nation of people on the other side of the world can do it, then we can do it, man. It's just to me it's a non-issue, and just.
But then you go back to, you say like a nation of people can do it. Obviously, people from the Far East, and I'm not generalizing because I know there's obviously multiple nations from the Far East that have different rules, as in different government types, but some obviously have that whole. This is what I said at the very start of this, and I'm sure Bello probably might remember it, but Jervo, and then when I was talking about it in our chat way before Whiskey Club kind of became a thing, was Westerners as I say Westerners as in us, I mean the
Western countries.
We not all of them, but I mean a lot of them have the individualistic approach to life, whereas a lot of Far East countries have a collective approach to life, as in what's best for everyone. Whereas here we have a what's best for me, and if it's not good for me, then you can get fucked. And that was, to me, that was our biggest downfall at the start of all this. It was all these people going, I'm not wearing a mask, I'm not staying indoors because I want to do this, and it's like, hold up a minute, fuckface. It's not about you. It's about
everyone.
It's about everyone.
About human species.
It's not.
All right. So hold on. On that note, let's go ahead and move on.
You can watch the Whiskey Club podcast live on Twitch every Saturday at 8:30 p.m. CET, 2:30 p.m. EST. Don't forget to like and subscribe.